going? This is Ezra coming at you, the Google Maps Wanderer. Thank you for joining me. In the previous video, we took a look at Dubai. Now we're going to take a look at a completely different climate area, completely different part of the world. That's Aberdeen and Aberdeenshire and Scotland, which is on the east coast of Scotland. And I'm really excited for you to be here with me on Google Maps Wanderer, where we use Google Street View and Google Satellite to explore the world, explore random places, and see what it's really like on the streets of these places in case you want to visit there or move there or just want some more information or just love looking at random maps and love geography like I do. So without further ado, let's take a look at Aberdeen, Scotland, and I'll throw out a few facts at you while we're watching. So Aberdeen, Scotland is known as the Granite City. And why is it known as the Granite City? Well, so many of the buildings in the city are actually made of granite. So let's take a look there. And the place we can start is the center of Aberdeen. Right around the University of Aberdeen would be a good place to start. So let's jump in there. There is the university. As you can see, a lot of these buildings are made out of granite. Check out that castle or chapel or whatever it is. That is just beautiful. It's definitely a granite building. This shot was taken on a beautiful day. Walking through, you see these kind of walled cities, walled streets that are really well known in older towns and villages in the UK. There's some uglier, more modern buildings, probably dormitories or something. Just looks like a really great, quiet place to study, very green. Obviously, these street view shots were taken on a sunny day. It's not always sunny in Scotland, as you know, but nevertheless, it's a beautiful, looks like a really beautiful place. Now, let's, if I can find it here, we could probably take a gander at, oh, look, there's an Aldi. We have Aldi where I live in the DC area. We could take a gander at some of the center areas. Now, Aberdeen is known for having some of the most castles of any place in the world, really. And that's saying a lot, because the UK has a lot of castles, including Balmoral. And this is an interesting building. I wonder what this is. Probably maybe a government building or an office building or a library. I love how they took the granite, sort of motif and stacked various granite stones on top of each other and put it next to this very old other granite building. It seems to work seamlessly together. And I love how European cities do that. We don't do that so much in America, but really taking care to make sure that newer buildings surrounding the older ones really do not stand out in an ugly way. So here we have sort of what looks like a main drag. We have some shops, some news agents and things, as they like to say in British English. We have a nice building with a turret next to it. That looks really nice. We have what looks like it could be maybe a train station or something over there. Just a really, really pleasant people. You see lots of people walking around. It's a nice day. Just looks like a real walkable vibe, and it definitely looks like a town that I could see myself staying in or maybe living in for a while. Aberdeen, Scotland, folks. This is really nice. Now, I wanted to also kind of draw your attention shortly here to a castle. And it's called, a very, very old granite building. It's called the Marsical College, and this is a very old granite building. It is the second largest granite building in the world, not just it's El Escorial in Spain is bigger, but this is the second biggest all granite building in the world. I love these cities that are all like kind of the same stone, because it just really adds like a sense of civic pride, and it seems to unify people for a particular look. All right, so that's that. I also wanted to check out what is still Scotland's oldest bridge, still in use. It's called the Brig o' Balgony. built around 1320. It looks really cool. Let's check it out now. There it is. It's on the River Don. There's two rivers that come into Aberdeen, the River Don and the River Dee, I believe it's called. And that just looks spectacular. And that definitely looks like someplace that I would love to go. Let's go stand right on top of it, little guy. All right. Yeah. Wow. So that is the oldest bridge. One of the oldest bridges, Scotland's oldest bridge. So built in 1320 again. And it's in continuous use. There's a guy about to walk across the street, and it looks like the foliage is changing, which I'm sure is beautiful. It's a beautiful time of year to be out there. Let's also check out one really great little feature of the downtown, a very quirky. It's called Foot D, and it is a quirky fishing village located in the center of town, and it has some really colorful buildings. Really, it's called Fitty actually. Foot D is the full name. Fitty is what they call it, and it's got some really quirky buildings. Apparently, really kind of different sort of place. It's got like, it looks like a village. That doesn't really look like a village, but maybe here. Let's go over here. Ooh, what's going on over here? All right, so that doesn't look amazing, but maybe if we go over here. All right. So you can see it's on kind of a peninsula. It's got really cute buildings. Oh, we're stuck in the street. That would be a lot of fun to live there or stay there for a bed and breakfast experience or something. There's an old lady looking out the window. Scottish wives, Scottish widows. That's where the concept of a pension comes from. Fun fact. Thanks to Scottish thriftiness. All right. So there we have some other older buildings right here on this really nice riverfront. There looks what looks like a beautiful playground overlooking the water. People put down the weather in Scotland, but I don't know. On a hot day, if you're from a hot and humid place and you just went through a summer that was really hot and humid like where I am at in the US, a nice refreshing Scottish day seems pretty freaking awesome right now. So there's Fitty. That looks like a really fun place to be. And I really like how these northern climb towns, you know, you're not going to go out there. It's not a Club Med resort. You're not going to lay by the beach all day getting a suntan. But it's like they all have these beaches, right? Isn't that awesome? That they all have beaches. Some are sandy, some are rocky. But it's like you can always go down and like kind of walk around, clear your head, read a book. You know, if you want to get away from people, you probably can. If you want to bring your dog down there, you probably can, like those people did. And so it just looks fantastic. And there is a pier and boat traffic goes through. And let's kind of go down the coast a little bit if we can. Probably we're going to see a lot of beautiful villages. Let's get out of here. Like this beautiful village inland a little bit. I mean, doesn't that just look amazing to just roll down that hill side, just the Scottish countryside? Just looks fantastic. And you know, there's no shoulders on the roads, but I kind of like that. It's like you feel like you're right in nature, almost like you would if you were riding a train or something. There isn't a huge shoulder area. Here we have some fields. I don't know what's going on, what they're growing over there, but it just looks really awesome. So let's journey through to this. I don't know what this dark area is. It just looks like a really fun place to explore, maybe camp or fish. I don't know, or maybe it's just a quirkiness of the Google Maps taking a satellite image at a different time. There you have, like, wouldn't it just be great to have a country house somewhere in Scotland like that? I mean, that would be awesome. It'd be something from a Dickens novel. Yeah, and let's take a look here at the coastline to this place. Whoa, wow, Kinniff Old Church. Looks amazing. Oh man, a lot going on there. Didn't expect that. Thank you, Google Maps. The Dunnator Castle, that looks impressive. Oh man, check that out. I would love to visit that. It looks kind of ruined, but that's great. That looks fantastic. So definitely put that on your list if you're going to this part of Scotland. And I imagine that the weather here is a little bit better than it is on the west coast because of the Gulf Stream. The predominating moisture comes from the southwest, so you're probably a little bit sheltered there. And then you make your way down to like Dundee, Scotland, and those kind of places. And then there's this beautiful Peterhead area, which looks fantastic. And I definitely would not mind going up there, except maybe not to the KFC. Maybe not. That's not something special. But yeah, you just have, there is like, you have some light, kind of industrial use. You have buildings selling lumber, of course. If we zoom in, you see a lot of really cool roads there, just country roads, great for motorcycling for our friends who love to motorcycle. And there we have it. I mean, this is Aberdeenshire and surroundings. I'm sure you could spend a few lovely days over there just kind of wandering around. Well, this is it for Google Street Wanderer, Google Maps Wanderer, rather. My name is Ezra. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey to Aberdeen, Scotland. If you have any suggestions or things that you want me to do a video about, please add them in the comments below. Thank you.